Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix qualifying broadcast. I'm Kenny Charter, I'm accompanied, as usual, by Kevin Korstein in the booth. How are you doing?
Oh, hello. Hello, indeed. We are here for a roller coaster today.
So, we are racing this weekend on the famous A1 ring that you know probably much better as the Red Bull ring, property of the famous energy drink brand since 2008. One of the shortest, if not the shortest, lap time wise tracks of the season. Only 10 turns, but a pretty fast layout. 3 back-to-back DRS zones, which is a unique feature in the season, and usually a ton of racing actions around this track. But the qualifying is also a pretty difficult exercise around this place, knowing the strategy is so important. The track is short and slipstream can be an advantage, but traffic can also be a huge blocker in sector 2 and 3. So with 20 cars around this track in Q1 notably, it can be a very tricky very tricky time to get a clear lap or somewhat clear lap. So a quick recap from the last race for those who missed it. We had a pretty eventful racing weekend in Montreal, Canada, with the first win of the season for Quarter Kevu. Lucas Wright with back-to-back second place finishes on an upward trend. On the third march on the podium, Jason Roy with his second podium in the last 3 races. For his first race with Racing Bulls, which meant that Racing Bulls scored a lot of points for the Constructors' Championship. That was the big news from Canada. It was a huge step forward for the V-Carbs that are now second in the championship, chasing Williams. Also worth noting that Red Bull was very performant with a 2 and 5 finish, and both cars in the points for the second time consecutively. Today, this weekend's track is a little bit different from Montreal. Yes, there are straights. Yes, DRS is going to be important, of course. But corners are usually quite a bit faster around this place. If you accept turn number 3, that is the only slow corner of the track. The rest are quite high-speed corners. So high-speed cornering is going to be an important decider for quali time and also race pace in a way. Top speed also going to be important. And as we're starting the session, we're already seeing the first flying laps. And drivers are right to be a little bit offset in timing compared to the mass of the field. Van der Steen chose to go out early. Nathaniel also chose that and had a pretty decent lap without traffic. Lap times expected to be pretty fast with ideal conditions this weekend. A pretty grippy track, optimized conditions for these machineries to work at their fullest potential, and tire temperature should be pretty easily manageable with about 25 degrees today. Sometimes it can be cool out here and difficult to warm up the tires, but it's not quite the case in this beautiful June day. Cameras on Michael Zwart, followed by
Nathaniel.
I think Josh Nathaniel, who is just done with his lap. Zwart is about to run his lap. On the other hand, the Dutchman, who is on an unusual streak of 3 missed Q3s. On board with Michael. And lap's pretty decent. Right behind his young teammate. Might not be enough for Q2 just yet. Would need a second attempt. It's a 101.1. I think it's gonna be through. But the field is so tight that if the track ever so slightly improves, we'll see a lot of drivers being able to drive those times. Robin Keisner with a very decent lap time so far. Sauber's currently dead last in the championship, if I'm not wrong, because Alpine now scored enough points to escape that position. And they especially struggle with qualifying.
Yeah, and their Audi deal is in the play too. Because they are in trouble in financial states, so they will need all the money.
They will need all of everything this season. It's a really tricky time for them, and there were question marks about whether they could develop their car to the potential they planned out in January.
Riley Svensson on our screen.
I think it's gonna be okay.
So far, Haas is looking really good. Haven't disappointed so far. Have had their ups and downs, but still.
This Spielberg layout fits quite a bit more Mercedes and McLaren compared to the Montreal track. So I'm actually looking forward to see what they're going to be doing this weekend. And in fact, Aston Martin might be among the teams that will benefit from driving around this high-speed layout.
Springfield with not a very good lap. Now Egan, our championship, our constructors championship leaders. One of their cars, Egan.
Aaron Egan's performance this season has been very inconsistent, but his highs are just as high as his teammates, definitely. But it's very visible that Jack Teff gathered a lot more confidence this season so far than him. He also had a massive crash in China that didn't help and actually gave him some trouble the next weekend. So it hasn't been smooth sailing for him.
Now coming over the line.
But watch out when he will get.
Not a good lap from him. He needs another run.
The traffic he got in sector 2 was a lot more annoying than it looked on television.
Alfonso now getting a good slipstream behind the Racing Bulls. Porter-Gevo.
It helps in sector 3 for sure.
Yeah, Saubers are looking really strong in Q1.
Kick Sauber doing the work thus far.
Sam Fact now. Only 15th. Another lap needed. Now, last race winner, Porter-Gevo. Nick Bayer posting a second place lap time. His teammate Maradona is on a lap right now, and he got traffic. Maradona now. Lei on the lap now.
The Greek driver did awesome work last weekend and was a hot topic of discussion on social media as well. Mainly questioned his recruitment, but he actually shut down any doubts already from the qualifying session as he qualified 5th.
Lane now coming over the line, and it's not enough for him.
And the apparent struggles in qualifying for Zhao Lei continue, despite the McLaren having quite strong pace overall.
Jack Teff, our championship leader, still holding it very strongly. He's not looking very good. And he gets a lot of traffic. Oh, that was really bad on Lucas Wright.
Uh-oh.
And that's a lap in the bin.
Looking for some trouble.
And that's a lap in the bin. And another one, which just came to the pits. Not looking good. And even Philip gets traffic. Not good for them both.
Strong sector 1 and 2 for Verhaeren actually. And that will be enough for him to get into Q2. Does Jack Teff have enough time to actually get out and drive another one? I'm not sure about that. Well, technically he has the time.
disappointing weekend from both Williams drivers right now. It's not looking very good for them if they can't bring the time up.
Williams not being lucky this Q1. Well, not lucky and maybe not good with the strategy. Because it's entirely dependent on when they send out their cars and what pace they choose to drive on their outlap. And indeed, when you have both Saubers in, there has to be victims of that, and it looks like Williams are getting in trouble around this place. They seem pretty good in FP, so I don't think it's a pace issue. Unless their setup on the day is not good enough, or they're suffering more in more heat. I don't know.
Vandersteen and Sardin are now posting the same sector 2 and a lot of traffic again. Sardin are posting the better sector 2 time than Vandersteen.
They're both safe, and Sardinia is looking to get safer now with a pretty good time. Sector 3 does not improve, but the whole lap does, and it's a 1:0.9 for Duarte. I think actually
And actually there is a lot of cars now on Springfield's way, so she will get a lot of traffic. She will get a lot of traffic now.
That's gonna be some trouble for Sarah. Sweeping around, swerving around the traffic. Sector 1 not looking great.
We can see.
But Sector 1 is just one turn and one straight.
Yeah, and it's already not enough. And we can see on the mini-map already. How much traffic he has, and she has been held up. That's it.
And the Spielberg mayhem in quali
But some
can
facts,
be
he's
a
improving.
lot of trouble in Q1.
Yeah, there is a lot of cars right now out on the track.
This and Monaco can really be tricky to maneuver in Q1. Is Jacktef on an outlap? Yes, he is. He's trying to drive another one.
He is not far away from the starting line, so he will be next. Now, Sunfact crossing, coming over the line. Now we have 1 minute remaining. Will he be enough?
Jaulet
No.
with the great sector 1.
Egan now. Is Egan gonna knock out Riley Svensson now? 47 seconds remaining on the session. Egan only 15th.
Yes,
Jaulet now.
for 7 milliseconds.
Jaulet has a lot of traffic.
Jaulet, who had to overtake like 10 cars in his lap, is he able to
Get out of the drop zone.
post a strong enough
And
sector
it's
3?
a
The answer
very
is
good lap.
yes. It's the best time of the session. It's a 1:0.838. Riley Swanson with a sector 2 that isn't looking too great.
Riley Svensson is out.
Is
of
he
qualifying.
able to
No,
improve?
he's out.
Not quite.
And that's
Out
it.
in Q1 for
Jack
Swanson.
Jack Def is the only one that can improve now. Championship leader now. There's a racing pool behind him. That's Jason Roy, I think.
Indeed,
Again,
Jason
Def
Roy
now.
with a slipstream got the purple S1. Van
Jack
Aren
Def
improving as
improving.
well. Vesselen
Jack
improving as
Def
well.
got
Vesselen
traffic.
might be in danger.
Jack Def got traffic, and that's it for Williams.
I'm not sure that's it. Sector 2 was quite strong actually.
He got traffic. He got held
And
up.
look at how close Van Aren actually is.
And that's it. Yeah.
Oh, Sector 3 not good enough.
And both Williamses are out of qualifying, so Now Red Bull, Racing Bulls, and everyone who is close to them are looking at the timetable. They know what they have to do now.
Active out in Q1. What a shocker. It's the first time that it happens for him to be out in Q1. No, sorry, it actually did happen in Australia, where he started 15th on the grid. So he actually was through. He just was last in Q2. It's the first missed Q1 of the season, and the worst time, we can say. It's gonna be tricky for him to come back. Even though, well, Austria produces chances of overtakes. That's for sure. But lots of trouble ahead for both Williams cars. The championship leaders are in trouble for tomorrow.
Now, as we have reached the end of qualifying one, we have Eren Eigen with Williams, Riley Swanson, Sarah Springfields, Jack Deff, and Sam Fact knocked out in Q1.
Both Aston Martins and both Williams out. This was not the most obvious bet ahead of this weekend.
Yeah, but we will be back right after this break. And we are back for Quali 2 now.
Q2 about to start with both Ferraris in, both Williams out, both Mercedes in, both Red Bulls in, both Racing Bulls in. Very important for the championship, as the big shocking news from Q1 are both Williams failed to make it to Q2. A2 Väisänen with an early outlap to try to maneuver around the peak traffic.
Are we gonna see another good lap from the Ferraris like last year? They dominated this race. Didn't start from pole, but still dominated the race. And now it's time to start. Väisänen now starting his lap. And let's see what he can do.
On board with the number one Ferrari. Always impressive to watch how Väisänen drives aggressively around this track. Caught a little bit of gravel at the exit of turn number 7 there. Number 6, sorry. But it's a very promising set of 2 time. I believe this lap time's already going to be strong. And it's a pretty decent time already. It's a 10.9. This has a good chance of vaulting him into Q3. Depends on how the track is actually accelerating.
but no 0.806 by quarter Kevo now.
Kevo with an even faster time.
Lucas Wright has started his lap now.
Kevo's lap is definitely going to be.
That's a mistake from
Lucas Wright with a mistake. The classic turn 3 lockup. We haven't seen that today just yet. But we know that's a real possibility.
And what happened
especially on somewhat cold tires, it happens.
Yeah, he locked up the inside wheel. And yeah, he is just messed up his lap now. One set of soft tires is gone.
And one attempt.
Yeah, he has a one. He can actually maybe do 2 or 3 runs.
Depends on what strategy Red Bull will choose.
Yeah. Nick Bayer.
Nick Bayer on an outlap. He said yesterday in press conference that he's being pushed and motivated by his new teammate. It changes perspectives quite a bit. To have a new young teammate beating you on the very first race weekend also brings a new perspective of the overall package, because Alpine has been overall not having the results they hoped for, but they've shown sparks of brilliance sometimes, and it shows the potential of the car that is not as bad as some analysts would say, according to them.
Willy Ferrara now ending his lap with the Red Bull.
And Verhaaren's time is insufficient for Q3.
Robin Geisner followed by Sardinha.
Sauber's having pace this weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
This lap might not be good enough for Geisner and also for Sardinia. We will see if the 1:01 mark will have to be broken for Q3. Not quite sure it will have to.
Nathaniel preparing his tires now for a hot lap, and he is going now.
Josh Nathaniel with a very good start of the season. A little bit of a slump lately in qualifying. Before Canada, he was on 3 consecutive missed Q3s. Still managed to fight for some points with a great comeback in Spain, notably. He was second on the grid in Canada, but finished 15th. He's had a very rough weekend in Canada. A very rough Sunday, at least. He's now looking to piece it all together again. The McLaren has pace, and Zhao Lei's comeback on Sunday in Canada definitely showed it.
Jason Roy now.
Racing bulls that have a decent car.
Lucas Wright actually going again after the mistake. He didn't pit, he's just going again.
And he's past the corner that was the place where he locked up.
Jason Roy now. Afonso only 9th. Not enough. Jason Roy now. A very good lap time. Now Lucas Wright.
Right, with a pretty good lap. Everything that's under 101, I think, has a decent chance to go to get through. Slower than that, question mark. The last attempts will be pretty fast. You can see that traffic is a lot less of an issue with 6 less cars.
Liam Delagras actually crossing
5
the
less
line
cars.
now. On the B8 now. Van Haren.
And Dela Cruz qualifying struggles continue.
Xiaolei. And a very good lap by both McLarens so far. Mr. Saturday now.
Michael Zwart. Looking pretty good in this lap. How's it looking like?
Oh,
It's
and a
looking
pole
good
lap.
enough for Q3 for Michael Zwart. He will be back where he belongs on a Saturday.
1:00.743. It's very close. And he's back on the top form.
And without a surprise, the Mercedes behaving quite a bit better in Spielberg than it did in Montreal.
Maradona now doing his second run, maybe his last run now. Crossing over the line. And only B6. Is it enough? Quartakevo was on a hot lap but didn't improve. He is B3.
Maradona with a lap that will be right on the cut line, I think. Once most drivers will be done with their last attempt. On board with Verhaeren on his flying lap, his last of the session. The front wing camera, you can feel all the vibrations. Look at how aggressive he's able to drive this Red Bull. He's so young and confident with the car, braking so late.
Afonso is starting his lap now.
Caught a little bit of gravel at the exit of that turn.
Improving in sector 2.
It's still a great sector 2, very aggressive. all in lap for Veraren. Is it gonna be enough? The answer
Only
is
P8.
currently
P8.
yes.
But is it enough for him? Because Afonso is improving. Nathaniel is improving now.
Casino's definitely improving.
Let's see
And
now.
look at the gap between Jason Roy 2nd and Veraren 8th. It's 1/10 of a second.
Yeah,
1/10 of a second.
Afonso now. Let's see Afonso's lap now. This will be good. And no, he's not through.
Oh,
Afonso
not
is
good
out.
enough.
Nathaniel
7
now.
milliseconds away, and he's 2 spots under the cut line.
Nathaniel
Josh
now.
Nathaniel is improving.
Let's see where does he improve.
Jason Roy is looking for the best time of the session.
Nathaniel up.
And
to
Josh
P3.
Nathaniel will be safe.
Now let's see. Everyone is starting the laps. Sardinha now started his lap.
Michael Zwart with a
Robin
purple
Kaiser.
S1. The Saturday King is back on his throne.
Robin Kaiser started his lap.
After
Liam Delacroix
it-
started his lap. And Van Hyren started his lap now. Let's see.
Sardinia Sector 1 not looking that great. Keisner looking a little bit better.
Van Hyren not improving on sector 1. Bayer started his lap. Liam Delacroix 15.9.
Dowley purple Sector 1. And Michael Zwart improves with a 10.734. Best time of the session so far.
So let's see now. Sardinha coming through the final corners now. Q2 is over now. So this is it. Sardinha now. Can he improve? Yes, he can.
And he
knocks
does.
out
He's in Q3. Robin
Keisner.
Keisner with a promising lap.
Yeah,
Also gets
Delacroix.
into Q3. So Maradona on the hot seat at the moment.
Väisänen
And
is
is
improving.
expelled by De La Cruz
And
for his
both
first
Ferrari.
Q3 in a million years. Väisänen does better.
And both Ferraris are in Q3 now. Ferraris are back. But both Red
Ferraris
Bulls-
are back.
Both Red Bulls are knocked out of qualifying here in Spielberg, Austria.
And between Väisänen second and Lucas Wright the first to be kicked out, there's a 135 millisecond difference. A matter of details on a track that doesn't make a lot of difference. And it's short on top of that. It's all about the risk that the driver is able to take. And every single millisecond around this track is valuable. Quick look at the leaderboard with a 100.6 for Michael Zwart.
Look how
Väisänen
much they improved.
also improved by 4/10. De La Cruz improved a lot from his Q1, and he is into Q3 for the first time since. You want to know when was the last time De La Cruz was in Q3?
Let's see. When was it?
That was leg number 2 of the championship in China. Since China, Liam De La Cruz has been missing 8 consecutive Q3s. 6 of which were missed Q1s. Well, missed Q2, so eliminations in Q1. So huge improvement for him. Both Saubers are in Q3, and so is Zhao Lei. Both Alpines failed to qualify. Will start in the middle of the pack. Second time in a row that Maradona beats Bayer in quali. Verhaeren and Wright with, well, pretty similar lap times in both sessions will start from P10 and 12 tomorrow.
Yeah, so Lucas Wright, Michi Maradona, Philippe Verhaeren, Afonso Cascinio, Nick Bayer and Wesley van der Steen is out in qualifying too. We will be back after a short break. Now into Q3, we are back on the track.
Q3 is underway. 12 minutes for one hot lap. The gaps were insanely close in Q2. Under 0.14 of difference between uh, P2 and P10 first eliminated car. Now it's time to make the thousands fall on your side. A tenth of difference can mean 5 or 6 positions on the grid tomorrow.
Sardinha is the first out, then followed by Nathaniel. Now traffic shouldn't be an issue even here now. First laps,
Traffic
of
should be
course.
much less of an issue indeed, and in fact, if drivers synchronized their flying laps, they might actually take advantage of the slipstream in the first two straights. So we will see how it turns out. Um
Of course, the first runs are done with the Q2 sets from last session, and then with new soft sets. So we wouldn't see the best laps right now, but stay tuned until the end to see the most. Now Sardinha starting this lap.
This camera angle at the exit of turn 4 is always wonderful. Beautiful stereo sceneries. Steiermark, as they call it here. Sardinia will set the first mark at 1.084. That is not sufficient for a top 5 spot. Josh Nathaniel purples first two sectors. And will also purple the third at 10.821 for the Aussie.
Ooh.
Oh, Dela Cruz with another mistake. Spinning at the exit of turn number 3. Another qualifying mistake for him. It's been the case already in Imola in recent times. Oh, this is a brutal rear end spin. Quite unusual. At this slow of a speed, but it's possible when you accelerate too brutally on those curbs. Because there's a grip difference between the asphalt and the curb itself.
Michael Swart now. Let's see what he can do here. He's in Q3 again.
Decent sector 1.
But not the fastest. Nathaniel holds the fastest one.
I did not... Oh, got a little bit of traffic think it was Zhao Lei on his outlap. Sector 2 was purple though.
Now,
Sector 3 good enough?
now B2 only and
Not good enough to
50
take provisional pole.
milliseconds. And Zhao Lei now.
Good looking S1.
Let's see now second sector. It's 27.4.
On board with the Racing Bulls of Quarter Kevu.
Robin Geisner with the
A little bit
15.9.
of luck with the traffic. Geisner with a good sector 1, but a lap is truly good when sector 2 is good around this place.
And it's a
Sector
P5.
3 for Kevu, not quite as good. And provisionally 5th position. Robin Geisner. Can Sauber get another pole this season? Looks like sector 2 was not good enough.
It's
And
not
he's
a
gonna
good-
be
It's not a good sector 2.
is going to be likely behind Sardinia. Or maybe just right in front.
No, it's
Actually
just
behind Kevu
Kevu.
as well.
Väisänen now.
Väisänen and Roy with a pretty decent sector 1. Sector 2 time right now is a 27.4. Also 27.4 for Roy. We don't really know how it's been rounded down or up, so either driver might have a better time than this. And we might need this level of precision with how tight the gaps
purple
are around this
and
place. And Väisänen with a
Nathaniel.
purple S3.
And Nathaniel is improving even
Nathaniel
more now.
Purples S1. Gets the slipstream in the second DRS straight. Slipstream of Duarte Sardinia.
Is this it for qualifying?
Is this the golden timing?
Ooh,
Oh,
very
a
lucky.
little bit of
Very lucky with the traffic. Not the best sector.
a
sector
traffic
2.
annoyance for Nathaniel.
Sardinia took it away. Nathaniel was complaining already on the radio with that. And not the best Sardinia on pole now. Only 69
Duarte Sardinia
milliseconds.
with the best lap. Nathaniel was following the right car, but he wasn't able to keep the pace. But he will take first row if it remains like this. 1:0.67. I'm telling you, this is going to be improved.
And now
By,
Michael Swart.
for example, this guy.
Michael Swart now. Mr. Saturday, can he do it again?
He has a completely green track. Not green grip-wise, but traffic-wise.
15.8.
And it's a pretty good Sector 1 already.
15.9
nobody
for Liam Delagras.
in the way.
He has a clean track. Toto's Liam Delagras. Now sector 2 for Michael Sparks. It's a purple 27.2. Now we wait for Liam Delagras.
What a sector 2 the Dutchman is cooking.
Delagras 27.5 for the second sector. Michael Smart now coming over the line. Is it gonna be provisional pole? Yes, it is.
And yes, it is. Michael Zwart with the provisional pole in 100.6. 19.
Delagras going over the line, and the final purple sector, but
Purple's S3. Purple's S3, and that's a 5th place provisionally. The gaps are a little bit bigger than they were in Q2.
Yeah.
Keisner with an outlap to score a second attempt.
And everyone
just
is coming
like
out now.
Kevu.
Everyone is coming out now. Michael Smart is done. Nathaniel is done.
Both racing bulls are out.
Yeah. And Liam Delagras.
Vesenen out of the pit lane.
Yeah. Nathaniel is out for another lap. Sardine, how do you?
Wow. Oh, they're gonna cross the line on time. And Nathaniel, look at the strategy. He's gonna try to follow another car again, and he's chosen the same to follow. He's going to follow Sardinia.
But Sardinia has
once again
Väisänen right in front of him.
So there's gonna be a little bit of a DR strain for them.
Now the final runs of this qualifying session. Robin Geisner will be the first one to start the lap.
So I think Michael Zwart did not really try all in for the pole this time. He went early on his second attempt to have a clear track and be guaranteed of some sort of clean lap. And maybe there's going to be 1 or 2 cars that are going to take advantage of slipstream and get to first row.
Robin Geisner 15.9.
I think Michael's made sure that he starts somewhere in second row at least.
Quartekevo has started this lap, Jason Roy has started this lap, and now Xiao Li has started this lap. Now everyone, 8, 7, 6, 5, is it enough for Nathaniel? 3, 2, 1, and a 1 second spare.
Oof, that's good enough for him.
Robin Geisner now crossing over the line. Is it gonna be enough to improve on this qualifying session?
Good sector 3, and that's enough for a 4th place. A mere 1/10 away from the provisional pole. Jason Roy with a good sector 1. Kevu with the same time. Josh Nathaniel, purples S1.
Nathaniel is improving even more now. Jason Roy, 27.3, second sector. Same with
Nathaniel has a slipstream of Sardinia. We're seeing it on the other side of the track. Sardinia himself does not have the slipstream.
Crossing the line, second. And only 10 milliseconds.
And Quartekevo on pole now. Away. Kevu on the pole for 18 milliseconds. Nathaniel purples S2 as well.
Let's see now. He's coming over the final corner now. Coming over the line, is gonna be enough for him? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Despite the dirty costing him time in sector 3, he's got the pole with a 10.576, and the strategy actually paid off. The slipstream in the first 2 sectors was enough of an advantage for him to steal the pole to Quartekevo. Both Racing Bulls starting one behind another in the first and second row, but on the dirty side of the track. Saubers 5 and 7, alongside them the Ferraris. That's going to be pretty fun to watch. Maybe there's potential for a team kill start tomorrow if there are incidents on the start. it's quite possible. With how close teammates are on the grid. Xiao Li did not quite have any clean lap as opposed to his teammate. And will start in 9th position. What a quali, and we're gonna be, I think, quite hyped with the race tomorrow. With a grid like this, the Williams starting from the back and trying to pull off a comeback. They have the performance to do it, but there are going to be a lot of cars between them and the point positions. this is the end of Q3 broadcast, and um I'm looking just outside of the booth if we have the opportunity to catch one of the drivers for a short reaction after this quali. Kevin, are you seeing anyone outside?
No, I'm not seeing anyone right now. No, so yeah, no interviews.
Looks like they've rushed back to the media center already, so we might be able to catch some reactions between now and tomorrow before the race, but it won't be live for today. So this wraps up the today's broadcast. The Australian Nathaniel on pole, and Racing Bulls on the charge for maybe getting the leading spot in the Constructors' Championship. That's the story to be followed tomorrow, among many other stories. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.